Yeah, guys. Now let's discuss something called copy constructor. So, what is copy constructor? It is used to copy an existing object's data, an existing object's data into another object. So, what do? We pass an object as parameter to a constructor. We pass an existing object or an object as parameter to a constructor, that is called as copy constructor. Then it will become copy constructor. Okay, let's see this, guys, practically. So what do we do generally? So constructor means we write a class name like employee, we pass an employee as class name, and we may pass some parameters as an argument, right? Like we are taking something like integer, empid, string ename, like that we were writing. Okay, ename and double salary. So this I was writing earlier, it's a normal parameterized constructor. Coming to copy constructor is concerned, we write a constructor like this, but inside the parameter list, argument list here, we will be passing the class name and object name, employee something like e, like that we write. So this is the way we are passing. So this is called as copy constructor, guys. Okay, this is copy constructor. This is parameterized constructor, regular. So why are we doing this? Because I want to pass an object as a parameter. So I need not pass all these variables separately. So that is the advantage of this constructor. And the main intention of copy constructor is I want to copy an existing object's data. So why should I copy? Suppose I have a situation where the companies are hiking salaries to employees on first of Jan 1st, every year Jan 1st. Okay, this guy joined on October. Then what to do? So the hike should not happen to this guy because the same salary should be continued for the 3 months. After next year, when he reaches January, then we will do the hike of the employee salary. Then in that case, better to copy the existing salary to the new object as well. So how to do this? In that situation, go for copy constructor. Let's get started, guys. We will go to this new project. Go to file, new project, Java project, and then WinSoft 87 I said. Click on finish, right click on the project name, new class, and com.prakash I'm giving, and here I said my app is my main class name. Click on main method and finish. So we are doing same thing, guys, like employee example I'm taking, copy constructor demo. So let's create a class called employee. And here I'm taking three parameters like integer employee ID, string ename, employee name, and private double salary. Okay, so let's take a default constructor first, employee, in which I'm creating of course you can write this dot empid equal to 0, this dot ename equals to null, and this dot sal equal to 0 or 0.0. This is the default constructor. The next constructor with parameters, what I'm writing is, so integer empid, string ename, and double sal. So what are we writing here? This dot empid is equal to empid. This dot ename equals to ename. Ename is local variable. This dot ename is member variable, and this dot sal equals to sal. So done. So now the third constructor. So what is the first constructor? Is a parameterless, means it's a default constructor. So this is a default constructor. Default constructor. What about this one? This is parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor. Okay. Now what we are writing is the third one is called as copy constructor. Okay. So like employee, and within brackets we are passing the class object as, I mean, employee space e, that is the object name I'm passing as parameter this time. So e is called as a new object what we are passing, okay, or existing object, and new object is said to be current object, current members. So what should I write? This dot empid is equal to whatever object is passed by user, that is said to be e dot empid, and this dot ename is equal to e dot ename. So e is the existing object, guys. So this means new object what we are creating new is this dot empid. E dot empid means existing object, employee id. Same way, this dot sal is equal to e dot sal, so that we are copying the existing object's data into new object. So this is called as copy construct. Okay, yeah. So let's write date, I mean, void method show employee or display employee details. Okay, so what are we writing here? Employee id, and then name, and then sal. This out, name, then salary. Okay, so coming to this, invoking all these three means, first let's create an object. Employee e1 is equal to new employee, first object, in which I'm passing some details like employee 1001, I said ram, and something like 35,000 I'm passing. Okay, this is the object we have, and let's say e1 dot display. So obviously we will expect 1001 ram and 35,000 as salary. You can see the output in the bottom, the console you can see. See guys, 1001 ram and 35,000 salary. That's fine. Okay, now I'm creating new object, guys. Employee e2 is equal to new employee. Okay, so next year object. This is the second year object actually. So if I say e2 dot display, I will get default details like employee details like 0 null 0, because it will call default constructor, right? See guys, first object, of course let me give some gap between two. So first object is giving 1001 ram and 35,000, but second is giving null because I did not pass any parameters. So but now what I want to do is, I'm running it again guys for clarity. No, first object e1 is giving 1000 ram and 35,000. Second object is 0 null 0. So what to do? I need to copy this E1 object's data into E2. For that reason, I'm just keeping E1 to E2 object. So we are calling copy constructor here. Calling copy constructor here. So if you call copy constructor, E1 object is passed as parameter to this constructor. So it will come and copy this E1 value into E. So here e dot empid means what? E1 dot employee id is getting copied to E2 dot employee id. E1 dot ename is getting copied to E2 dot ename, and E1 dot salary is copying to E2 dot salary. So you will get same values for both. Now let's run it. You will get same details for both objects. This is the meaning of copy constructor. So we are copying the existing object called E1 details into E2 with the help of copy constructor. So that is the advantage of copy constructor, guys. Whenever you want to copy an existing object into new object, better to go for copy constructor. So copy constructor typically contains an object as parameter. It doesn't have normal primitive types or reference types. It contains only existing objects as a parameter. Okay, object as a parameter. That's the point we need to understand. Okay, that's all about copy constructor.